Okay, this is probably my fucking 20th time re-recording this, but I wanted to make a first impressions video about the weekend one for Modern Warfare 3's beta. Um, we're finally in a starting match. Every time I've recorded this, I've been in a match that's been going on. I put on the losing team. My team's getting their asses pushed in. But yeah, I wanted to make a live comm of me playing the beta because I only got like an hour left in the beta because it ends here soon. And yeah, I just didn't decide to do a voiceover and stuff because this one's probably more entertaining, and if I forget things, then I'm helped with doing a live comm in the game. But anyways, the first thing I wanted to talk about that I think a lot of people are talking about right now is not a lot of people, I would say maybe a few, as I'm ass, is the inconsistency in the TTK, and I'm gonna chalk that up as well, the gunplay into that. And I know a lot of people are saying that there isn't an inconsistency, the game's fine, the TTK is fine, you're just ass at the game, stop complaining, that type of stuff. And to their credit, as I'm ass, the examples people have been using to point out the inconsistency of the TTK aren't really good examples. Most of the examples I have seen, they have missed more than 80% of their shots, and they're trying to say that, hey, the inconsistency, I'm like shooting someone 6 times and they're not dying. And on top of that as well, it's because of that 150 health, I couldn't take the shotgun out fast enough. So, besides that, I do agree that there is kind of an inconsistency with the gunplay. And I have a little tinfoil hat up because of that. I have a tinfoil hat for that reasoning, rather, is what I should say. We'll get into a second. But to prove, not to prove, but to go on to what these people are, what I think they're trying to say is sometimes they'll get into a gunfight. It'll feel like your standard Call of Duty gunfight, takes 3 bullets to kill someone. And then the next gunfight you get into, it feels like you're shooting them like 5 or 6 times, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? So yeah, I think that's what they're trying to say. And I get that at some points, because yes, there are some gunfights I get into where I know the enemy player I'm shooting has full health, and he'll take 3 bullets. And then the next gunfight I get into is that 5 to 6. It doesn't help that right there I missed half of my bullets. But that's kind of an example of what just happened there. Kind of. Not really. But yeah, that's kind of the inconsistency as what I think people are trying to point out. And most of the examples on Twitter aren't the best because, again, they're just showing them, like, not really good at the game. And that's generally what the replies they get is like, oh, the game's fine, you're just bad. Which, yes, that's part of it, but long and short of it, I agree. There is an inconsistency in the TTK. I feel it. I know a lot of people feel it. Like, kind of right there, he should have died in the first 3 bullets, let's be honest. I also should have died. Like, he hit me twice while I was regenning. Another thing, in terms of the health regen is somehow slower than Modern Warfare 2. I know that was like a pretty big complaint about Modern Warfare 2, is that your regen is slow. And I think it's slower in this game. Like, at least it feels that way. But let's go into my tinfoil hat about the TTK and stuff. So, my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory going on is that what Sledgehammer did with this game is, what I think they did is they took pre-existing Modern Warfare 2 weapon damage values and didn't tweak them, didn't make new ones for the new guns that are currently what we're using right now. They didn't give them like new damage values to match the amount of health everyone has. If you somehow are living under a rock and you somehow haven't noticed, everyone has 150 health, which is making the TTK a little bit slower, which is what we all want. I think it could be maybe slower, like maybe a smidge slower. But they took these pre-existing damage values from Modern Warfare 2, and they just took them from guns, and then slapped them on these new ones, and didn't bother tweaking them to match the health pool. And then the only gun right now that's viable to use in a gunfight is going to be the Striker 45 or the UMP 45. And the reason why is because, one, it's an SMG, and Call of Duty has an obsession with making SMGs fucking broken and not balancing them. Look at every single Call of Duty game where there's only 1 or 2 SMGs that outperform literally everything known to mankind. Didn't even see him. Main point about Modern Warfare 2 is that the visibility for Modern Warfare 2 is ass, which it is, and I don't know why we strayed away from nameplates on enemies popping up instead of just dots. Like, it's just dots now, which is stupid in my opinion. And most of the time when you aim at an enemy and or in the general direction of an enemy, the dot doesn't even pop up half the fucking time. So I really do think that we need to go back to nameplates from now on. Do I think Sledgehammer is going to do it? Probably not. They're probably not going to go back to nameplates. So yeah, visibility just needs to be tweaked. I think a good example is kind of like what DICE does with Battlefield games. Is if the visibility is shit, what they do is they brighten the character uniforms up to make them less blending in with the environment, make them more visible for players to see. Because I have a problem with visibility in this game. Like, sometimes it's hard for me to track targets, sometimes it's hard for me to see targets, and it mainly goes down to that, hey, that dot that's supposed to be there when I aim at an enemy is not popping up. And that dot, I'd rather it be an enemy nameplate. So, yeah, that's the visibility thing. Spawns, I'm just kind of tired of complaining about spawns for Call of Duty, because spawns for Call of Duties are always astronomically ass. They just never work. Please kill me, because I don't deserve this. So that's another thing. And then, on top of people playing on an older gen console, like I am right now, I'm playing on a PS4 Pro. Now before I get into that, if you guys have noticed the quality difference in the videos, is because during the pre-order phase of the beta, I can't even see this man. Okay. I borrowed my brother's PS5 and I played on his account because he pre-ordered the game. I didn't pre-order the game on PlayStation, pre-order on Xbox. The textures on these other gen, and again, my only experience is from playing on PS4 Pro, and as you can see here, they're not loaded in. They take almost the entire match to fully load in all the textures, and even then the textures don't even look that good, if I'm honest. So that also makes me wonder if, when the full release of the game comes out, they're gonna, like, I don't know. It almost seems like there's missing, like, there's a bunch of missing textures and graphical updates. How did I lose that gunfight? You can't cancel everything. The only thing you can cancel is reload cancel and slide canceling. You can't grenade cancel like they said you could. Look, pull the pin. I'm pressing triangle, could not switch. Anyways, textures on the game are shit. They don't load in half the time. It looks like there's missing textures and graphical updates and stuff. I'm sorry for the dog whining in the background. We have a German Shepherd, so if you have one, you know what I'm talking about. There's that inconsistency I was talking. That's a prime example of the inconsistency. I know a lot of people point out, well, you missed. Yes, of course I missed. I'm not good. I don't claim to be good at the game. And then I do shit like that, where those guys die in like half a second. But by the way, side tangent, this Bass B, there's a reason why it's my favorite assault rifle. It's my favorite gun in the beta right now. It's just so good. I think the balance is perfect after I literally was just complaining about it being inconsistent. Please do not touch it. If you're going to touch it, buff it. Okay, I'm done. As for guns that I think need a buff, I think shotguns are ass. They're absolute dog shit, in my opinion. And probably the worst shotgun, I already made a video on it, they'll be linked down in the description, is the Riveter. It's just an AR platform shotgun chambered in 410. Granted, it's 410. 410 is not a big shotgun shell. But if you got shot by a 410, you would be fucked. I really expected that to hit marker and not kill him. But my buddy brought up a good point. That in a normal game of Call of Duty, that's not this game, that would have killed him. That would have one-tapped him. But my friend pointed out the reason why we think shotguns are ass is because of the 150 health. Which he's more than likely right. But I do feel like shotguns in this game, besides me just complaining about them, they feel a little bit more realistic because with buckshot, in real life, buckshot travels pretty far. The distance buckshot travels in this game is pretty far, and I actually really like it. But that being said, shotguns are ass and they need a buff. And at the end of this video, I will show you guys some shotgun gameplay of it not being ass. So, I know I'm not using my kill streak. I can hear the comments right now. Let's not get any kills with the SAE, bet. Okay. Wow, 1 kill with the SAE, though I put it literally in their spawn. Nice. What? How did only one of those shots register? The second shot, I know missed for sure, but the third one, I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, quickly, while I'm in this area right now, I'm going to show you guys on screen a clip. There's a way to get under the map. I don't know how to do it, so thankfully, even if I did, I wouldn't show you guys because I'm not a bitch. But me and my buddy were playing Ground War, and there's a way to get under the map. I saw that there's some other maps that you could get under and basically cheat. Hopefully they fix that. I don't think I posted it on Twitter for the devs to actually like specifically see that. I do have it clipped, so I'll probably just clip it and put it on Twitter and tag Sledgehammer in it so they know that, hey, that's a thing to do. But I don't know how to do it, so I couldn't tell you. Holy shit, the entire team's here. Thank you, teammate. He dropped on my head. Oh my god, my team is like helping me out here. Oh fuck, get it, get it! Okay. That's a small, also, that's another small thing that I've noticed with the beta so far, is somehow you get stuck on more things in this game than you do with the previous Call of Duties in this engine. Like, I just get stuck on things constantly. Another thing is that black screen for Ground War. That's returned, which I really despise. But I'm going to stop shitting on the game and just talk about the things that I love. That was a perfect grenade. The gunplay, love it. It's somehow more satisfying than it is in 2019 and 2022. I'm just going to call Modern Warfare 2 2022 from now on. It only makes sense to do that. I don't even know where that guy was. Overall, the way the game feels, the game just, it feels good. As much as I have complained previously on the channel about them reintroducing reload canceling, reintroducing slide canceling, all that type of shit, I complained about it, but again, I was worried. The main thing I was worried about is I was worried about the slide canceling being like Modern Warfare 2019 slide canceling, which is just ridiculous, and God, that was horrible. But it's not like that at all. It's actually pretty tame. I don't see people like Modern Warfare 2019 slide and bee hopping everywhere. which I'm glad it's not in the game. And speaking of the exploiter, there he was inside the wall, and we have another one right here. But yeah, overall, I know I talked more about shitting on the game than actual things I like, but overall, I do like this game. Again, there's a lot of things they need to improve, change, fix, and all that type of stuff, which I'm sure they will. I'm not going to get into the leaked season content. I don't know how I won that gunfight, but yes, their seasons did get leaked. It was mainly Season 3 that got leaked, and I did make a video on that. I will be posting it later. I'll be posting it after this video. I'm going to try and get this video up today or tomorrow before the pre-order for Xbox and PC start. But yeah, I did make a video of me and my buddy talking while we were playing the game. It's just a short little video of us kind of talking about it and giving us our quick thoughts about it. You guys could probably guess where I stand on that. But yeah, I know I was shitting on the game a lot, but I do thoroughly enjoy the game. It feels good. It plays good. The performance overall, for the most part, is good. I'm not playing the game at like 20 FPS. I'm not getting frame drops. I have crashed, I would say a total of like 10 times I've crashed. And that's between PS5 and PS4 Pro. Jesus Christ. Add that to the example of inconsistent quotes. There's a dude glitched inside the map. Cool. But yeah, again, do apologize for the long video, but I'd give the beta about a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10. Hopefully it makes my rating go higher when the full release comes out. Maybe they change a couple things, improve the beta for the next weekend here in 2 days. But yeah, without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, ding on notification bell so you guys know when I upload next. And, hello? I have a couple more guns that I have to play and use, but I'm going to wait until I can play it on Series X to use those guns and get those recorded on the channel. Let me know down in the comments about your pros and cons from the beta and what you've experienced so far.